Hello, marketers, and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing News. This is your host, Sanjay Baveja. Well, this post would reach you a bit late because I wasn't able to complete the deadlines, and this is the only reason which I can give you, and apologies for that. So, let's not waste any time and get started with the news. Our first update is coming from Google, where Google Manufacturer Center adds rich content, deeper analytics, and expands the availability. It was launched in 2015. Manufacturer Center is similar to Merchant Center, and but it is designed specifically for brands and original manufacturers to provide details about their products. Product makers will be able to provide more information about their products to appear in a new from the manufacturer section on product detail pages in Google Shopping. Google says a new attribute will be available in the coming months to support more visually rich layouts from within Manufacturer Center. In addition, well, there are now several new matrices and insights available in the Manufacturer Center. New metrics include top search result terms, top MSRP gaps, top price changes, as well as top and trending product groups. In addition to the updates above, the company announced that the Manufacturer Center is now available in 24 countries. Complete list is posted on the link which I have stated in the description. You can go and check that out if it is available in your country. Manufacturer Center allows brands to gain more control over how their products are represented across Google Shopping and in the products panel, regardless of which retailer partner is promoting their products. Another update from Google, where Google's rich results testing tool now supports code editing. Well, what this means is this should give webmasters and SEO more tools and confidence to make changes to their code and see how those changes may or may not impact their rich snippets in real time. So you won't have to waste time for the web crawler to crawl your website, and then you have to wait for another 2 days in order to so that it might get reflected on the search result, and then you would be able to see it. But it would be reflected in real time, which is a really good news for every SEO out there. And now let's move on to another update, which is again from Google. Google tests your match score in local search results. So Google first introduced the your match score feature to Maps in May 2018, and until recently it was only available in the Maps mobile app. Now one person on Twitter has shared the screenshot that it is available in the search result as well. So according to Google, they use machine learning to generate your match number, and based on a few factors, which are what they know about a business, the food and drink, the preferences user selected in Google Maps, places they have been to, and whether they rated a restaurant or added it to a list. So these are the factors which Google considers while taking into account your match score. The only way for business to try to influence their match score is getting more reviews from more users, and perhaps having more users add them to their list. So there would be a buffer of data available for Google to take into account a particular restaurant and then provide a match score to a user. So obviously the more the reviews you have, the more better it is. Sorry, the better it is, the more better, I'm sorry. Moving on, unnatural links by human or bots are your responsibility, Google says. So if you are an SEO, this is a troublesome news for you. Even if you have algorithms and machines writing your content, if they are linking in an unnatural manner, then you got a potential issue. By this, Google has made it clear that even when someone spams your content, hacks your content, you are responsible to make sure your content is good and clean. So it doesn't matter if it is done illegally, without your knowledge, or by a machine or a human. The ultimate responsibility is lies with you, and you are responsible for it, and you will be penalized. So this was shared by John Mueller in a tweet where he responded to a question from a Twitter user, and this comes as a surprise because SEO people won't be able to know who is hacking their content or whatever they are doing. Well, with the help of various tools like Ahrefs and all, they would be able to monitor it, but till then I guess the damage would have already been done. If you are an SEO, then let me know what do you think about this news. Another news for an SEO, so Google search ranking algorithm update. The update may have started around January 5th to or 6th. Many people are posting it in on the search forums, and you should go and definitely check them out. I have linked it in the description below. Another news from Google, where Google rolls out related search history cards. So it's a very unique, not a unique, but a very novel update. In nutshell, this feature lets sign in Google users to pick up on previous searches they have done related to the query they just added. Google will show you links to pages you have visited in the past through your search history. In addition, Google will show you the searches that lead you to those pages. You can also mark a page to read or reference later. Well, for this, in order to reference it later, there is a procedure how you do it, and I have linked it in the description below. You can go and check that out. This may lead to repeat visits. By this I mean the history cards would lead to repeat visits to your website from the past Google searches. Google did not mention if they may use the mark as read or reference later features as ranking signals in core search. But I think, and as well as from where this news resource has been taken, search engine land people also think that this can be a significant indicator of the search result and the rankings, because obviously, let's think about it, okay, as a very common sense issue. Okay, so if people are bookmarking it, okay, then Google consider that as a rank factor, and so this is a clear indicator where people would be using it to reference it later. That means the article has some value, and that's why they are bookmarking or using the reference later option in order to reference that particular article later. So this would definitely play out in SEO in future. Well, let's see what happens in future. Another update is from Google Assistant, where foreign language translation, hotel booking, and airline check-in, and ready to drive Google Maps is being integrated with Google Assistant. So you can check out the elaborate news on the same in the description below. I would be happy to link it, but I can't discuss it over here because it would be this is a very big news, okay, and it would take one whole podcast in order to explain it. So yeah, so Google is working hard to make Assistant a transactional platform. This is what we derived after reading this news, and it will become even more important to optimize listings and for everyone to create more content for featured snippets. Moving on, Google Chrome's filtering of annoying ads will apply to sites worldwide starting in July. So everyone is annoyed by these kind of ads, which are which are a very big pop-up, and they are covering the density more than 30% of the website, and you are not able to read it. So these are very annoying ads. So nearly a year ago, Google Chrome's web browser began to roll out the ability to block or filter ads on publisher websites in North America and Europe that don't meet the better ad standard which Google has laid out with CAB. So the capability will soon apply globally, and this is the news. So beginning from July 9, Chrome will filter ads from sites around the world that repeatedly display any of the 12 ad experiences identified as annoying under the better ad standard. So I'll link the source of this particular news in the description below, where you can go and check out the FAQs around this particular topic, as well as go through all the 12 ads or the 12 ad experiences which are going to be banned and which are considered annoying. Another news from Google, where Google is going to discontinue some old Search Console features. So this was a webinar by John Mueller where he was mentioning that some of the old Search Console features would be disabled. Earlier we had this particular news that all the features from the Search Console or the old Search Console would be migrated to the new Search Console, but this is not the case right now, because John clearly mentioned in the webinar that some of the old features would be discontinued. I have linked it in the description below. You should go and check out that particular webinar where he lists all the Search Console features which are going to be discontinued. I haven't mentioned it over here because there is a list of it, and you should go and check that webinar out. Moving on, another news from Google, where Google is working to disable the knowledge graph hack that shows misleading search results. Well, this is a very cool hack, but is uncool for Google because anyone can manipulate the search. You just have to do one thing, which is in the search query, after q equal to, okay, you have to place whatever you want your query to exist. For example, if you search engine land, or you search your name, okay, and the query is coming on the top, so use that URL, replace everything after q equal to, and place whatever you want to. For example, my name is Sanidhya Baweja, and I'll post q equals to Sanidhya Baweja, and there would be a search result, and I would manipulate it by putting q equals to king of digital marketing, and in the search bar king of digital marketing would appear and my name would be below that. So this is a pretty cool feature but it's very uncool and is very wannabe. I won't be doing that. I didn't even try it. I just saw it. Okay, trust me guys, I am not that wannabe. And so Google is saying that they would be able to disable it, and this is one of the concern because there are various fraudulent activities which are taking place because of this. Another news from Google, where the commenting feature on the Google Webmaster Central blog is closed by Google. So instead of reading the comments here on the blog, they are going to focus on interacting with the community on the channels for all the subsequent posts. And if you have any comments, feedback, or funny stories, you can find those on help forums or on Twitter. So this was said by a Google spokesperson. So this was all from Google. Now moving on to Bing Ads. So Bing Ads AI powered performance insights is now available globally. Bing Ads will display a performance insight indicated by a light bulb icon with details on what happened and suggested actions advertisers can take accordingly. Moving on to Quora, where Quora advertisers can now retarget users who looked at a specific question. Well, this is a bit creepy if you think about it, but let's see if this lies in the privacy domain or not. People, government all around the world would be looking at Quora after this very particular update. So Quora product manager Ellen Lee said that user questions can provide a valuable signal on intent. For example, if a Quora user is reading questions about how to buy the best marketing automation software, it is highly likely they are in the market to buy marketing automation software. Yeah, common sense. You can target them selecting the specific date range, like when they search for that particular question, and also the sessions they attended, the Quora sessions which they attended, while this question was being discussed or whatever. You can go and check this news out. Okay, I have linked it in the description below, and get started with this ad strategy till the time it is there and doesn't get blocked. Moving on to Instagram, business can now directly schedule videos to Instagram. So Instagram photo scheduling is available only for Instagram. So this is available only and strictly for business profile. Okay. And you can learn more about the guidelines and the apps which support the video scheduling in the description below. There would be a link where you can go and directly check that out. And you should obviously go and check that out because there are a lot of guidelines related to videos which you can post, and there is only, I guess, one app which is Social Repertoire, if I remember it correctly, which is supporting it right now, and Buffer is working on incorporating that, and I guess by the end of January they would be able to do it. Instagram lets marketers share posts across multiple accounts. Okay, so this was the new feature which was launched last week. So Instagram says that the new feature was designed to provide a better experience for people who often post to multiple accounts. The ability to share one post across multiple accounts simultaneously is only available on Instagram's iOS app, with no current plans to extend to Android users. So Android users like me would be deprived of this particular technology for far too long. I don't know. Well, yeah, we would be. We just like all the things we are deprived of. Moving on to YouTube, where not YouTube, Yeah, exactly, YouTube. So basically, YouTube removes the option to share on-platform activity to Twitter. So this was kind of annoying. For example, you would have seen tweets like "I liked a YouTube video" and then the link and then the description of that. And this is basically, not a particular tailored tweet, and it looks very annoying when it is coming in your feed because it is everyone knows that this is an auto-generated tweet and no one would want to read it. So these tweets are auto-posted based on a YouTube setting, which also enables you to auto-tweet when you add a new video, when you add a video to a public playlist, and when you save a playlist and do whatever you do on YouTube and it get posted. So it gets posted on Twitter, and which is really annoying. So as per YouTube, many years ago, we introduced the option to automatically post your public YouTube activity with your social media followers on both Twitter and Google Plus. Since then, we have found that social sharing works better when the message is more customized and takes advantage of social media features such as @mentions. Overall, this provides a better experience for both you and your followers versus automatically generated posts. Well, they did it for experiment. Now they realized that it was not good, so they have taken it down. And yeah, that's it. So Twitter is working on the new event and audience analytics tool. So earlier, if you have come across follower monk, then you would know what I'm talking about. So the first element is a new real-time events dashboard, okay, which would highlight both major events and breaking news, along with insights into the amount of related activity on the platform. That would enable businesses to better capitalize on the relevant and trending discussion. The second element is a new activity tracker, which would highlight when your Twitter audience is most active on the platform. Users can already access it with the third party tool, as I mentioned, which is Follower Monk. And basically, if Twitter is providing this all in house, okay, with the Twitter's raw data, then the accuracy will be more, because I have used Follower Monk, and I think I won't comment on anything. Okay, let's leave it over there. Well, Twitter updates desktop layout. So I have linked it in the description below, how the new desktop looks like. And let me know, just go over there and check it out, okay, and let me know in the comments below what do you think about the new layout. And also another news from Twitter, where Twitter announces scheduling upgrade for TweetDeck. So TweetDeck will now support the scheduling of tweets with videos of multiple images. So TweetDeck, which is owned by Twitter, has a range of functionalities and options that are customized specifically for the platform. Since it was bought, I guess, in 2011, Twitter hasn't been doing anything significant with TweetDeck, but this is a major update and you should go and check this particular feature out. Another one, and the last one, I guess, is from Twitter again, where Twitter is removing embedded grids. So Twitter rolled out embedded grids back in 2015, which enabled users to publish interesting looking image grid of theirs, and now they are removing it. So as per Twitter, today we are announcing the end of our support for grid style embedded collections. We want to focus on widget types which are more widely adopted, such as embedded tweets and timelines. We'll continue to support embedded grids for 30 days, which is February 8, 2019, and after that point, all the grid style collection will render as timelines. So this was all for the week, and let me know if I missed any important news, and also let me know about the podcast, how it is going. Are you able to get knowledge out of it, and how much is it benefiting you? And if you feel this podcast is helpful or would bring value to anyone, then please share it with them. It would mean the world to me. And have a great week ahead, guys, and keep